This video shows how to utilize the built-in test function within the HinksPix Pro web interface. Please see our other video for using the test mode using the button interface. A few caveats when using test mode. The first is long-range smart receivers, if they are not configured in the controller to start with, will not be tested. They must be configured in the controller prior to testing. This is because of the unique nature of long-range smart receivers. If you do have a long-range regular receiver, it can be tested as if it's a regular SPI output. Additionally, you can also test all local SPI outputs, and that's what we'll be doing here today. Now, whenever you're doing testing, make sure that you have configured the number of pixels. A common mistake is somebody hooking up several hundred pixels and the test mode does not test all pixels because it is not configured for the number of pixels that are physically connected. So it should be reasonably assumed that if you're testing 50 pixels or less on an SPI output, that will be functional. Now, let's go ahead and select the SPI output. And in here we have the various different ports. Now the ports associate with the specific output cables. So in this particular case we will be testing output number 37. And if you have a Holiday Core symbol controller, it will literally have the output number 37 listed. You can see that here, 33 through 48 is the SPI outputs. So what we're going to do is we're going to first select a port that we're going to test, and then we're going to say blink a particular color. I should also mention that you can turn all the ports on like this and then cause them to blink a specific color. Now, why a specific color? This is useful for testing pixels where you may believe that there is a particular problem with a color output on an RGB LED. Also, it helps you locate a specific output. So for example, if you believe that a prop or option is hooked up to output 37, you can turn on that specific port as a specific color and see if that's what's occurring. We have red, green, blue, white, and red, green, blue, white in succession. So let's go ahead and start outputting data here to our SPI output connections for this controller. Here we've invoked test mode and we are turning on and off all the outputs on the SPI, and you can see output 37 here, and it is doing a white blink on and off. So let's go back to the interface here and we can see that those are all turned on. Now we can go ahead and clear all ports and the output of the test mode will stop. Now that is how to use the built-in test mode. You can also test via strings on universes. So if you have a specific universe, you can turn it on and you'll see that these lights turn green, or turn them off and that will stop them. And then of course what you'll do is set your particular setting on, and if we flip now back to the camera, we can see that we are flipping these on and off white again. All right, that should provide information about test mode. Also see our other videos for testing props at a hardware level and then also at the application level. This test mode should be considered one of just several, which is at the A/B test mode of the lights, at the actual output of this controller, then at the test mode of your application.